Hey, what's happening, jivesideproductions subscribers and visitors? How are you? Nice to see you. Always a pleasure to be visited by friends, family, fans, and fanatics. It's good to see you. This is Forrest. I just want to give a quick update because I have put it off for so long, but a quick update on the 52 Weeks of Prince series, which I love doing. It's what kind of pushed me to make more content for YouTube and just follow in the footsteps of people like James Rolfe and Dr. Fuck, BC Amplified, Nostalgia Critic, just some YouTube content creators that are really interesting people, I think, and they make interesting content. So 52 Weeks of Prince, I really appreciate all the love and support it's gotten. It has not stopped. It's just been on very much hiatus for a couple of reasons. One, well, as Prince's friend will say on his channel, having Prince content up is very difficult. I mean, videos I've had up for well over a year are just now getting struck with copyright stuff. My 3121 episode apparently is blocked worldwide because of something I took from YouTube originally. So I don't know how it can be on YouTube and then I can regurgitate it to YouTube, and it's you know, that's bad. Buried in an hour 20-minute video as opposed to the thing that you can just look up. So that's one aspect. The other aspect is something I mentioned in a video like a year ago, but I don't have internet at home. It totally sucks. About a year ago, all of a sudden I got a bill that was like super huge. I couldn't believe it. Couldn't believe that much time had burned by, but 2017 was a very big transitional year for me. And turning to YouTube was one of the things I thought would help with the transition, but of course YouTube changed all the manner of which you can get paid, and that kind of took the wind out of my sails because the goal was already far enough, and now the goal is like way further. But I still want to do my videos, still doing the 52 Weeks of Prince. It just some obstacles in the way. Big one is no internet, so doing the research, getting the footage that I like, that is much harder when you have to plan it around the businesses that have Wi-Fi and how long you're going to stay there, how much money you're going to spend, if you even want to go in and sit in your car. It's complicated. If you're out there and understand the struggle, the struggle is real. The other aspect is the YouTube stuff is really annoying because you don't get any reason, you can't discuss it with anybody, you can't find out what you did that was warranting this and how it could be different, because I'm not regurgitating the material. I'm using the material for teaching purposes, either in my guitar videos or I am doing a review and critiquing it and kind of, you know, doing it as a collage. Now, yes, I borrow heavily from stuff that I don't always source, but this is very obvious stuff, or it's easy to find. And a lot of it, I just take it right from YouTube. And if I don't take it from YouTube, I take it from the thing that I have personally purchased and own. So that gets complicated. Then on top of that, editing is just a love-hate relationship. Now, I edit on iMovie on a very basic MacBook Air, and if I am trying to make it do too much, I can't really see it in real time, and I have to kind of make guesses, especially if I'm speeding things up. Like, my computer can't show me what that looks like until I've rendered it. So I'm kind of editing in the dark, and then it's iMovie, which is just a pain in the butt. One day I'll up my game on that. But yeah, that's about it. Just a couple quick thoughts that I haven't been able to been up to date on. One is just Justin Timberlake at the Super Bowl. Look, had that been a success, the only thing people would have been talking about were the Prince songs. It was not a success for a lot of reasons, and I think that his biggest mistake was not hiring the musicians that were a part of those songs, or a part of Prince, or a part of Minneapolis. Like, that just didn't happen. He didn't even put the money into the community, and he wanted to exploit something from the community in order to sell his thing. No wonder it blew up in his face. Even if it hadn't blown up in his face, they still wouldn't have been talking about his songs or his performance. They'd be talking about the Prince songs. So that's my quick thought on that. The other thought is that, yeah, I hope everybody's doing well. It's a fucking crazy world out there, and we need to remember to take care. And when we deal with monsters, we must be careful not to become monsters ourselves. Violence begets violence. Hateful words are violent. Dismissive attitudes are aggressive. Aggression leads to violence. So those kinds of things bring out that kind of response. So no matter how much we are disgusted by things that are going on in this world, or how much we want to be visible and protest, which I am definitely trying to be as much as I can. It's just important to show numbers and show solidarity and also support. It's harder for violence to happen when there's more people. Just think about a crowded bar versus like an empty bar. An empty bar, it's going to be vicious. A crowded bar, even if something erupts, it's broken up right away and can never get vicious. So, well, the UFC 229. Look at two people uninterrupted, how vicious that can be. Look at when there's lots of people. Yes, things can pop off, but it's not the same kind of violence. That aside, we must be careful not to become our enemy. So when we are yelling, "This is what democracy looks like," they hate democracy, our enemies. So don't show them that it's a freaking mess of chaos. Just because you are that angry and you are wrapped up into it. I was at the Senate the other week yelling that myself, and at first it's just therapeutic and it's fun, but then it's just as much a mess and chaos as all the yelling on the other side. I implore everyone, and I want to reach out to you, just go and be seen where people need to be seen. You don't even need to speak. In fact, if you look at the old protests of the civil rights era and Vietnam and all this kind of stuff, those were not loud, unruly masses. Those were lots of people silently listening, actually, and being seen. Your anger is not supposed to erupt on their doorstep. Your presence is. So anyway, much love and respect to everyone. Love for one another. Prince forever, the greatest of all time. Rest in peace. And to you and to yours, I wish you well. Later.